What's up, guys? Von Man X here. Today I've got a lot of information in today's video, but it's a very important video, and if there's one video you should watch in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, this is the video you definitely need to remember information from. For those of you wondering about Pokemon Go, I am still going to cover Pokemon Go. Look, when shinies come out, guys, and as you guys know, if you've been reading the data mine, the shinies, there's more shiny code in the game. I'm gonna be, you're not gonna see me during the day because I'm gonna be out catching these shinies. So when it comes out, you will get more Pokemon Go videos. It's just right now, there just isn't that much to cover because everything's speculation. The data mine has more information. But for those wondering, I am not giving up on Pokemon Go. But just in the meantime, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is a freaking amazing game. I can't believe how good this game is. So today's video is talking about how to maximize your rewards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links End of Duel rewards. And this will maximize your chances for getting more super rares, more ultra rares. And I'm definitely making more Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links videos. I've got quite a few planned that are in the works, but today's video is probably one of the most important ones. So stay tuned, listen to all the information, let me know if you have any questions. But without further ado, let's go! I just wanted to remind everybody, if you want to support this channel, download the Mist Play app and earn some free iTunes or Google Play gift cards. Use my promo code VMX. It'll really help the channel out because these guys have been a great sponsor for this channel. Okay, let's get started. How to get rare cards faster. This is by far one of the min-max approaches in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. As you guys know, at the end of the duel, the more points you get, the more rewards you will obtain. As you can see here, in this particular duel, I got 4,400 points. For every 1,000 points you get an additional chest. Now, the types of chest rewards that you will get in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links are as follows. Jewels, which could be an ultra rare, a super rare, or a rare jewel. Stones, which could be light, dark, water, flame, earth, and wind, which are the 6 elements for cards, monster cards in the game, as well as spell and trap jewels. Keys, which are used to fight legendary duelists. And just cards, which, like in this case, I got Grandora, as well as Armed Ninja. You can also get gold. Okay. So what are gold, jewels, and stones used for in Duel Links? Well, you trade them through the card trader in the shop page, and I believe he unlocks at stage 7. Cards can be converted for gold, jewels, and stones as well. So these are the cards you get at the end of the duel or from other ways of obtaining them. And the way you convert cards is you go to the card studio, click on card catalog, and then let's say I'm looking at After the Storm. If I convert, I'll get some of the currencies. In this case, I get a stone of spell and some gold. And then you can use these in addition to your end of duel rewards to trade for cards at the card trader. So as an example, clicking on the card trader here, to craft Thunder Dragon, I have to trade 30,000 gold, 3 super rare jewels, and 15 light stones. Again, this is why it's important to maximize the rewards because the card trader actually has some really good cards. So the goal then is to maximize the end of duel points to get more cards from the card trader. So how do you maximize points earned per game? Okay, so I'm going to break this down. For a victory or for a defeat, you get these points. So if you get a comeback victory, you get 2,500 points. This trigger is unknown. I'm not sure how to trigger it. I just know that if you get really low in life points and then you defeat your opponent, you get a comeback victory, which is 2,500 points. If you get a quick victory, which is you win by turn 2, you also get 2,500 points. For a regular duel victory, it's 2,000. And if you lose a duel, you get 1,000. Now, there's a difference between losing a duel and surrendering. If you surrender, which is basically clicking on your deck and then click surrender during a duel, you get 0 points. That's why you should never surrender, guys. Never, ever surrender. One of the key things is never surrender. Don't do it. Don't be an idiot. Just don't do it. Okay, the other ways to get points. If you did not take any damage to your life points during a duel, you get 500. If you do 3,000 or more damage from one of your monsters, you get 500 points. If you tribute summon, you get 300. If you destroy 5 monsters of the opponents, you get 100. If you defeat 7 of their monsters, you get 200. And if you defeat 10, which is the max, you get 300. For a spell card used, you get 100. You only get 100. You don't get anything more if you use more than one spell during a duel. Same with a trap card. Now, if you play a glossy card, you get 100 for each played. And if you special summon, you get 100. A glossy card is a card that has a little bit of a shine in battle. And if it's a monster card, when you play it, its aura on the battlefield will be yellow instead of blue. So if you look through a collection, you'll see certain cards, they'll kind of shine every couple of seconds. That's how you know it's a glossy card. Put as many glossy cards as you can into your deck. You can also, on rare occasions, find prismatic cards. So there's really 3 types. There's normal cards, there is glossy cards, and then there's prismatic. These are what prismatic cards look like. They're actually really, really rare to find. And apparently you get points for using them, but they're really rare to find. Like, I don't have a single one, and I've opened over 100 packs of cards already. So, in summary, this is kind of all of the different conditions. The new one on here is if you do over 9,999 damage, you get a whopping 3,000 points. So, basically what I'm trying to say here is that there's actually a way you can get over 9,999 damage from one monster. It requires a specific deck. I can leave a link in the description below if you care. There's a few decks that have been able to do that. But Comeback Victory, again, 2,500 points. One thing to note here is Comeback Victory, Duel Victory, they don't stack. It's just whichever one of these you trigger. I just have them on separate lines, but they're really supposed to be on one line. You either get 2,500 or 2,000 for a duel victory, or 2,500 for a quick win, or 100 for a loss. No damage taken life points, 500. If you do 3k damage from one monster, 500. So Blue Eyes White Dragon is a really good candidate for that. If you tribute summon, 300. Again, so on and so forth. We don't know what the amount of points you get for playing a prismatic card is. If you guys do know, please let me know in the comments below. Given all this information, the most common number of points you can earn per duel is 3,000. And you can achieve that typically using these goals. Duel Victory will give you 2,000. If you don't take any life point damage, you get 500. So when you're in the early stages of the game, getting 500 here should be not very hard. Just make sure don't use any spells that cost you life points to use, and you should be able to get that 500 no problem. You'll probably use a spell and trap card because your deck will have one of each, and if you tribute summon, you get 300. So there is already 3,000. And if you play prismatic or glossy cards, you'll get some on top of that. But your goal is to aim for 3,000 points per duel. So you get at least 3 chests. Okay, the other thing that you guys should definitely remember is play through all of your dual orbs before leveling up to the next stage. What I mean by that is if you look at the top left-hand corner, you've got this bar. It's kind of like an energy system. And it depletes by 1 every time you fight a world duel opponent, which are like basically the cookie cutter opponents. This excludes legendary duelists, which are the main series characters like My Valentine or Joey Wheeler, and it excludes the Vagabond. So this bar only goes down for every world duelist you fight. So you always want to make sure you deplete it before staging up to the next stage, because it'll replenish to full. And if you use it all up, it'll maximize the rewards because likely for every win you get, you'll get at least 2 chests. If you're playing perfectly, you'll get at least 3. Okay, other thing to note, never convert these ultra rare cards. Never convert these ultra rare cards. You'll need them for a later stage's mission. Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician Girl, Dark Magician, Barrel Dragon, the Legendary Fisherman, and last held by a tribute. Very important that you don't convert and at least keep 1 copy of each one of these. You'll need them for later stage quests. And I don't think you can actually like obtain some of these later on anyways, so just don't convert these. Thanks again for watching this video, guys. If you want to be added to my friends list so we can play some friendly duels, leave your friend code in the description below. And also, I want to remind everybody, if you want to support this channel, again, I'm not making any ad revenue. So the only way you can support this channel is by downloading the Misplay app, using my promo code VMX. You can do this on both Android and iOS. It'll really, really help the channel out. And I appreciate everybody who has signed up and started downloading apps because, again, it's the only way to support this channel. I'm really, really happy that you guys have done that for me. I mean, it means a lot. This is Von Man X here, and we will see you guys next time.